Hello YouTube, this is my 1998 Econoline 350 van that I got. Gonna be turning it into an RV. So far I pulled out the carpet, and you can see a little bit left I need to trim down there. I've swept it, I mopped the floor, quite a bit of rust, and I'm going to insulate the bottom with 1-inch white foam board. Okay, I've just been filling in all the holes with silicone. Just like that. I'm sure there's a better way to do it, but this will do. And then just throw some duct tape on top. There are a lot of holes in this van. I don't want water coming in. Okay, so I've drawn myself a little map. Basically, this is the front of the van and the back, and I'm going to do 8-foot sheets and run them one here, and one here. Just writing down the dimensions, and then for the tricky parts, like the fuel filler over here, I have made a cardboard cutout that I can trace onto the foam. I should be using a ruler, but this 2x6 will do for now. Just got a kitchen knife. Okay, I've got some glue here. Cheapest stuff I could find, so it bonds with metal and foam. And the instructions say to moisten the surface a little. Give it a light spray. And then apply the glue. So I had to cut this piece in half because it wouldn't fit in the van. This was a bit of a trick. I ended up having to trim around here quite a lot. Well, now it's snowing. Put a little roof on my van. And a fan. Dry out the snow that got in here. Come across a problem. The middle of the floor dips down quite a lot. So I think I'm going to take this. I know I shouldn't use foam, but until I have some of this, just place it under there. Okay, I decided to use plywood after all to fill in this gap. Just going to slide that over here. I've cut out where the ribs come up. So I wanted to go over everything one more time with a whole sheet of foam. And I was just kind of thinking, how am I going to attach the cabinets? So I went back to the store again. Got some wood. I'm going to do a strip along the top, strip along the middle on this rib here. And then one right at the bottom on top of this ledge. Okay, excuse the mess, it's a little workshop in here. I've been cutting out all the pieces here, got all the measurements for around the bottom of the walls. Alright, the foam has been in for a couple of days now. I put the cheapest plywood I could have found. I should have gone a little thicker, but it works. And then I just got a roll-out laminate floor here, about $40 for a 12 foot by 6 foot wide. Cut it around. I've been insulating, cutting out for it doesn't have windows but it has cutouts, so I've been filling them in, putting panels on the roof. This one fell down, the glue did not hold it, so I went and got some large washers just for now until I put the plywood over the top that'll hold it all in. And I've decided to buy a roll of insulation. I didn't want to use this stuff, but it's the only thing that'll fit in these little holes in the side and around here. And I also stuffed some in these tiny little holes. Now I am doing the doors. That goes in there nicely. I got this one and then the back doors to do. Okay, a little crappy looking, I kind of overcut there. It took a while. I had to end up putting some blocks on here because it kept hitting the inside wall and was about to break the blade off. Okay, I got one more hole to cut. Got my earplugs and eye protection. Okay, and here is our truly ugly hole. Let's put the heater in. Okay, I'm just making the airtight box for the propane tank using some silicone on the seals. There's the exhaust and intake for the propane stove, and here I've got a couple of holes just to let any gas that might leak out of the propane tank. Okay, I've got my stove exhaust pipe hooked up. Now I'm just putting in the box, finishing touches. So I've put these latches on the front and then just some hooks on the back, so I'll be able to remove the lid straight back. Got airtight seal, just a window and door sort of seal. I'll show you the angle bracket that it just slides under. Got a hole in the side here. I've been trying to figure this out, so I'm gonna fit this up and just seal it on there. And I'll be able to remove the tank. I'll show you inside here. So I got wood to hold the base, and then there's my holes for air. So anything that leaks out, propane will sink down out of the van. See, it's coming along now. Got the heater all installed, working. Propane box all done. I'm ready for the countertop now. I work at a supermarket and they're actually getting rid of this piece of shelving. It's got a nice waterproof white finish on it. It's quite heavy, but I think it'll work good. Good reuse. Okay, so I've taken the step out because it was quite broken. I got it up here. I'm going to cut the back off. The bottom is still fine. It's actually got a metal frame under there, so I'm going to keep that and then make the side out of wood. So I've just used the skill saw to cut all that crap off. cleaned it up, put it back in. Gotta figure out what to do with this corner here, but I found this nice edging at Lowe's, which finished it off quite well. Okay, I've jumped ahead a little, but I've put some paneling on the door, just held on by screws. There, both back doors and also the side doors. Kind of tie these things up, covers in the holes. I've built a little box around the wheel there, just throwing in some bat house insulation, sealed it up. Built this seat along the side, and I found this 4x8 sheet of wood look plywood. Kind of looks pretty nice there. On the other side is my cabinet. I've got to cut out some drawers and shelving for it still. So this piece here will be removable. It is the other side of the bed. We're going to have bench, table in the middle, and it all folds out down into a bed. I've got my shelving here, a lot of storage underneath as well. I forgot I'm going to be running electrical under the floor, so unfortunately I've had to cut it right across. Okay, we're on top of the van today. Here's my vent. Just finished cutting out the hole. Trying to line it up so that I only had one rib to fill in. And unfortunately I put my solar panels up in the wrong place, so now I've got these holes that I have to figure out how to fit in. I went ahead and got some tape made for installing vents, so I'm going to put that on, just kind of layer it up in the groove here. So I've put about 4 layers on the hole here that I'm trying to fill in, and again on the bottom, and then I've just come over it with a top layer. It's still got the tape on it. Seems to be working pretty well. Okay, so I've got my wiring running from the battery under the floor, comes out down here. So under there comes out to our plug-in here, which I've screwed through the bottom so it's quite sturdy. Brown is solar power and white is also 120 but plug-in power. Now I'm just fixing the holes in the roof where I'm putting the solar panels through. There's the bolt. I've just been applying some silicone, and also the holes that I made by mistake, I will be siliconing them as well. And on the top side I used the putty that came on the roll as well. Okay, just wiring in the solar panels. I got one here and another one here. Got them covered because I don't want to get electrocuted. So you got the wires coming around, popping out here, and I'm going to tie them into the other one. I've just cut it really in the middle there. So just going to split that. Split the other one this way, plug it through and wrap it around. Okay, after you've wrapped it up good, we're just going to take some small zip ties just to hold down the tape. I'll use one at each end. Because it's exposed to the weather, I just went ahead and covered the zip ties in another layer of tape. That should be good enough for me. I'm going to go and do the other one. Okay, got them all installed. Got these little grommets at AutoZone for like $5. Just making the mattresses right now. I'm a tall guy, so I ended up putting an extra piece on, gluing it to some plywood with some glue. And then I'm going to lay this on top just to make it a little soft. And then I've got the top.